April 2024 marks 6 years for me on YouTube as Talks with TJ, and I never thought I would do this for this long. Quite frankly, I had no idea what this would grow into. But you know what? Last year, for 5 years, I gave you 5 things I've learned in relation to YouTube specifically. So this year, for 6 years on YouTube, let's actually focus on 6 things I've learned and maybe I would do differently in sneakers. I could also say where has the time gone, but thanks to TubeBuddy, I know that it's gone to 2,250 uploads in 6 years. So that is quite a lot, and I understand the numbers don't really say that or show a whole lot, but I always appreciate you guys tuning in, liking, commenting, subscribing if you really rock with the content, and myself humbly appreciated. If you are an aspiring YouTuber, I will always say just strive higher than myself. There are so many heights that you could reach far beyond myself, but this has been a really just great outlet, but also it's opened up a lot of really fun and interesting opportunities in sneakers, sportswear, and sports itself, and I can never take that for granted. So number one, be more aware of how I looked at sneakers, sportswear, and even the teams that I cheer for, removing the need or must have, because just having that in your mentality really does set the tone for you thinking by default, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need it like I actually need to pay bills or have food or water. You really adapt and develop that mentality, and that's not true. It can be a designer I love, it can be a sports team I love. I've had to come to terms with the reality. I don't need every single thing just because it's associated with something that I am passionate about. I don't, and that would have saved me a lot of money in the past. Number two, I've gotten better about this, and shout out to Eddie Wynn because he certainly inspired this, but not making it work with sneakers in terms of fit, sizing, or just all around comfort. How many times have we said, well, I will size down for a shoe in which you really should have just gone true to size, maybe even up a half size, but you just desperately wanted that sneaker because it looked amazing and maybe it was rare, it was a collab, or it was just something, again, you felt you needed to have, and then it tears your feet just all the way apart. Like, your feet deserve better. I understand this now. At my age, my feet deserve better. So yeah, I'm not squeezing my feet into shoes that just don't work anymore. Okay, number three, and yes, this can certainly relate to essentials, but for any stylish individual that inspires or influences my style, because yes, I'm easily influenced too, just like anyone else, but taking the time to pause if I'm immediately excited seeing a clothing, article or piece on them. Just pause for a little bit. Because you could easily be influenced to buy so many different things, and I'm not saying those pieces don't look amazing, they're not statements, they don't turn heads, but in relation to your lifestyle, do they make sense? Because, I loved seeing the Nike Fear of God, the shooting shirts. Where on earth was I really gonna wear those? I didn't think that part through, especially in working from home, and then I just sized up because I just wanted them, and it just was all bad. It was all bad for so many different things that I bought. They looked great, just it wasn't practical for my lifestyle. And so pausing on inspired styled looks, you know what? I'm just gonna shop my own closet a lot more. 4, and I'm working on this. It's not like a standard staple right now, but I'm working on this, and that's making the decision to swap out my insoles to increase the comfort that I have in sneakers that I own. Now, I think the baseline is just buying a sneaker that's comfortable by default, and that starts with the midsole cushioning. What cushioning do you have? And of course, there's, it could be Zoom Air, it could be just regular air, you can have Boost, you can have EVA foam, you can have Absorb, you can have so many different tech, so much tech that can go into a midsole to make it comfortable. But then also, a nice hack is just swapping out your insoles. Again, I don't do it tons, but I think for certain pairs like Jordan 11s, yeah, I gotta swap insoles for those now. Number 5 is a big one, and maybe it'll serve as a helpful question for you moving forward. But taking the time to ask myself, would I pay retail for this shoe again right now, today? And if I went about, my sneaker collection and posing that question to myself every single year, I think I would come to the conclusion, no, I wouldn't for a lot of different shoes. Certainly ones that I paid resale for in the past, and I've stepped away from paying resale now. But I think it also would have jump-started this entire journey I'm on right now of getting rid of pairs that aren't really serving a purpose because I'm not really wearing them like I ever thought that I would. Saw this sneaker right now, again today, would I pay retail for it based on my style, the functionality of this shoe, and how often I would actually wear it. And you might be surprised, the answer is no. Number 6, it doesn't just apply to creators or anyone that creates content within sneakers or sportswear, but I think it can also just apply to anyone that's passionate about sneakers. And that's be aware of the expectations that are inherently placed on you, where you're really just expected to go after certain pairs. And we've discussed this before on this channel that people can find it disrespectful that you don't want to go for an OG colorway or a coveted retro or something that's rare or something that's hyped up. Like, you're expected to go for it if everyone knows that you're into sneakers or you claim to be passionate about this. They have set this standard, this box that you need to fit in perfectly based on, I don't know, just like perception of everyone else. And you don't need to, fall victim to that. Like, you really don't. Make the choice to go after whatever it is that you truly want to go after, not because you're expected to do it for a review or views or anything of that nature. Now, if it is your job, then I totally get it. Like, there's that gray area there where you need to show as much as you can, certainly if it has buzz, because that's how you pay the bills, okay? AdSense is real for anyone that is a full-time creator, but it's very easy to fall into that trap. So I think being mindful of that for myself, because I would be expected to get, certain designs, and that could be for certain stories that are told as well. I think a lot of women are also expected to go after a lot of women's exclusives because it's for you and it's a great pair. And it's like, that's awesome. I have quite a few women's exclusives and pairs here that I absolutely love, but I don't need to go after every single one just because that is your expectation for me. And the sooner you learn that, the better off you are. I have no idea if this is under 6 minutes. That was my goal. I highly doubt that it is, but I really appreciate any and all videos you've tuned into. Certainly if it's, just been something that you've enjoyed entertainment-wise, informational. Hopefully you enjoy the fact that I do try to bring in just real life pragmatic discussions and budgeting and money management and just being a smarter, conscientious, sneakerhead. I know some people think it should be all or nothing. Well, if you want to manage your money well, then just don't buy shoes. I don't subscribe to that. I think we can enjoy the things that we really want to, the little things, of today, while certainly planning for tomorrow. That's what my budgeting ebook is all about. It's always available in the description box of every video. Just hit my email. I will get that over to you. And again, thank you for watching. I have no idea where this leads, right? When does it end? When does it shift? I have no idea. But as of right now, continuing to upload videos amid this very busy, crazy season and schedule that I'm entering with work, another project, and then uploading on the channel. So if you're here, thank you so much. If you follow me on any other social media platforms, I also appreciate you. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.